Welcome back, nerds. Fino here. At this point, I suspect you've spotted a few dozen "you must roll for Morgan" videos. But has anyone asked when? As of this recording, Morgan has 4 known banners, and while our beloved Morgan friends are focused on her first appearance, it might be worth looking over the options, considering how stacked this year is. Banner 1 is tied to Lost Belt 6's release, and it's running right now. It features Tam, Lin, Gawain, and Tristan as the banner 4 stars. There's also Caster Ku as a 3-star. All 3 of these are story-locked servants, and generally a huge pain to get outside of banners like this. Lucky for you, Gawain and Tristan appear on other banners, including Oberon's, so you'll have other opportunities. Banner 1 runs close to a Castoria banner, with a Tamlin Lancelot banner coming in a few weeks. Lancelot doesn't rerun quite as frequently as Morgan, but she still gets 2 additional banners, one in December of this year and another in December of next year. The primary advantages of taking this first banner are the early bird benefits of just having the relevant servants right away, and also the Caster Ku coins. Casku gets a very substantial buff in Lost Belt 6, and unlocking his appends may prove to be prudent future-proofing. The big disadvantage of moving for Morgan first is that you may exhaust your resources prematurely. For my part, I consider Oberon and Koyanskaya of Light to be top priority picks, even higher than Morgan, outstanding as she is. So unless you can endure infinite financial punishment, it may be better to wait and see how things turn out. From this point forward, we get more into the realm of speculative dates. I have the JP dates, but any timings are going to drift from these. For instance, we have our anniversaries in July, while JP anniversaries are in August. Because of this, we'll get Koyanskaya earlier. A potential drifter is our second Morgan banner, which is tied to the Avalon LaFay conclusion campaign. This one has Gawain and Tristan like the first, though Casku isn't listed. Its JP date is mid-August, but there's a non-zero chance of us getting it in July instead. Oberon's banner will be running around the same time, so I strongly recommend dealing with him first. If you have quartz left over from him in Koyanskaya, this is a pretty good time to make your play. The primary thing you lose over Banner 1 are the Casku coins, but honestly I'd consider the ability to hedge your bets worth the trade-off. That said, the summer event won't be too long after this banner, so if you have a particular interest in the likes of Summer Kama, Ogita Alter, or Anastasia, you're in deep shit and you'll probably have to put Morgan on the chopping block again. Banner 3 comes a ways later in Sea Monster Crisis, ETA April 2024. It's a very strange banner featuring a combination of Morgan and Wu Zetian. The gacha CEs aren't particularly great for gameplay, though it does come with this outstanding Aresh. The opposing banner has the combo of the Trunk Sisters and Summer Melt. If Melt is a priority, you're gonna have a fight on your hands. While the banner itself is a lower power than the other options, it actually comes at a pretty great time. Early to mid 2024 is gonna be a low power period in the game. The year begins with a comparatively underwhelming Koyan Dark and stays on the weaker side until summer, when half a year's worth of power picks come out with a glopping noise. In that window, the notable new servants are Bizet in February and Kriemhild in June. And Bizet isn't even a necessary servant, just a good one. The last currently known chance to get Morgan is going to come in November 2024 during the Chaldea Fairy Night Cup, or as I guess it's going to be called, Tamlin Cup. This one only has Morgan as a featured servant, but it also has Valentine Witches. It's a full attack CE with Invuln Pierce, NP damage, and NP gain, which is a pretty nice combo. Funny thing though, Valentine Witches isn't actually a CE for Fairy Night Cup. It's a Valentine's Craft essence originally from Bizet's banner, so if you're going to go hard for Bizet, that might not be so valuable. I'd be a bit wary about going with this banner. Britomart runs alongside, and while she's nothing special, Lost Belt 7 starts the month after, and it comes with some pretty powerful servants of its own. Taking all this into account, I'd recommend 2 options. Banner 2 comes after your most critical picks for the year. It's also in the near future, so you don't have to put your quartz in your mattress for too long. It has most of the value you'd want from Banner 1, and in combination with any Oberon rolls, you have a good shot at getting all the copies of Tamlin, Gawain, and Tristan that you'd want. But if you're cleaned out from the Koyan Oberon combo, or you're hell-bent on maxing out some of this year's summer servants, you may want to wait until Banner 3 during Sea Monster Crisis. You're way more likely to have quartz freed up during its run, and your opportunity cost consists of missing out on a bunch of mediocre 5 stars. Pretty good deal, all things considered. There you go, boys. Good luck. I'm gonna go ahead and not follow my own advice. Every day this week, I'm gonna be streaming Lost Belt 6, and that includes Morgan rolls at an unspecified time. Twitch.tv/Finotaisen, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Stop on by and see how that turns out. I'll see you there.